You know that Vaughan's launched his own brand of gin, and I in fact told Ajit Agarkar, why can't our cricketers have such? Ponting has his own wine and Vaughan has his own gin. I don't know when Agarkar will come up with his own brand of...
Because there are many states where it's banned. I don't want Ajit to get into a business where he's going to have to fight bureaucracy. Sorry, this is bad advice. Can we stick to the game?
I thought we came on a cricket show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flight 205 over the Gulf. T20 cricket going on below us. In the meantime, we've got interesting people on our panel once again. We've got, after a long time, Dasgupta, who's now one of the first voices you hear when these tournaments start, which I have to tell you, it's almost like a long-lost girlfriend when I heard the voices of the commentators again. And, you know, it was very romantic for me when cricket restarted. In the meantime, let me quickly mention Ajit Agarkar, who's right there in his palace, somewhere in the Gulf, apparently. Look at the size of the television in the background. Oof, my God. That's a South Mumbai house, man, with a joint family.
I'm hoping you'll notice the TV. That's why I sat at this angle.
We have Varun Shetty, who I think I'm meeting for the first time, who will introduce the topic as well. He's I've been told, senior journalist, but looks very young. And we've got the usual suspects. Dustin is there, looking happy today for some reason. Maybe his teams are doing well. And Ronak, once he starts talking, the show's over. So might as well get in whatever you have to say first, guys. Varun, it's all yours.
Yeah, so I was looking at this very, very subtle gin advertisement that Shane Warne had put up on Instagram, which turned out to be actually a big discussion on the future of T20 cricket. And the health of bowling in cricket. And he basically said you need to stop making the ground so small, you need to grow the grass a little more, and a bunch of other things. And I was wondering what people would think of that.
All right, let's go to the experts. Deep is already laughing. What's your take, Deep?
Because as far as the grounds are concerned, listen, I'm happy to watch a 160, 170 game. I'm not a big fan of 200 games. Whatever.
It's fun to watch the sixes for the general crowd as well. I mean, you guys are connoisseurs, I suppose, but people enjoy sixes. So that's why people,
I think what people generally would like to see a good battle between bat and ball. I mean, for example, I was just watching Pollard and Hardik bat the other day, and they were hitting sixes for fun. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't see. I don't see a competition between bat and ball there.
All right, that's the batsman, wicketkeeper speaking. But what about the bowler batsman? Bowler first.
I mean, I understand where he's coming. Having been a bowler, I know I've been at the receiving end for plenty, where you sometimes feel these top edges should go to hand, and they land about 5 meters just beyond the boundary.
Yeah, that's really not fair.
The only thing I'd say here, if you're just talking specific to this IPL, there are a couple of grounds which have bigger boundaries. So I know he's trying to say, so I don't mind a Sharjah as well, where then every team has a chance to score that 200. So in India, the problem is all the boundaries are small, or most of them are small. Apart from it, perhaps Rajasthan is probably the one that leaves long boundaries where Shane Warne used to play. So,
good point. Well done, Ajit. You've explained the entire hypothesis that we have here.
It's understandable. When you ask a bowler, he'll always ask you for a big boundary. The game should be skewed in favor of the batsman, the T20 in particular. But not like bowlers shouldn't become bowling machines.
The point that Ajit made, everyone's playing 3 games at Sharjah. So everyone's got an equal opportunity of scoring 200 runs there. So it's not that, some team has more games at Sharjah, whatever. Everyone's playing 3 games at Sharjah.
And you can't make the ground bigger. That's the size of the ground. Now, I understand there are lots of grounds in India where they intentionally bring the boundaries in.
At the weddings in India, the grounds are bigger for some reason. I've never figured that out. And that's also normally a 160, 170 game, those weddings.
I take Ajit's point entirely. Once in a while, these things are great. You don't want every ground like that. What I don't get is when you have such a small ground like Sharjah, why can't the pitch at least be different? Imagine having a real snorter of a pitch and a small teeny tiny boundary. You have the flattest of pitches and the shortest of boundaries together. Imagine challenging a Pollard to hit.
You're trying to find balance wherever you go.
I'm just saying I'm observing that no small ground in the world has a challenging pitch. That might be a decent enough balance.
I mean, this is also something Warne said in his post. I think he said all T20 pitches should be 4th-day test match pitches.
A 4-day pitch in Sydney would be different from a 4-day pitch at Firozshah Kotla. So what 4-day pitch?
No, I don't like it at all, because I think in sport you want to reward skill. And what happens in a small ground is even if the bowler beats the batsman and gets an edge, very often the ball still goes for 6. So in that sense, you're rewarding a batsman for not showing skill. And even though the bowler has outskilled the batsman, it's the batsman who wins. So that's what I think just doesn't appeal to me at all about small boundaries.
There should be a minimum boundary meter limit, which cannot go below. And only
which would be
franchise cricket, whatever it may be, figure out what that may be, 70 meters, 75 meters. We've seen 60 meter boundaries and less. But that should only, and lesser boundaries should only be for T20 franchise cricket. If we're talking about Sharjah and the IPL now, we've had World Cup semi-finals at Auckland, right? We've had boundaries which are just of ridiculous sizes. I just think international cricket should make that a hard and fast rule. And T20 franchise cricket, play wherever you want. Play it in, your garden, Cyrus. It doesn't matter.
I don't have a garden. I live in South Mumbai. There's no garden. They took gardens away 1852 or something. Check the records.
I understand runs need to be scored in T20 cricket, but the bowlers have to have half a chance. If there's a bad shot, you should have. We've seen in Abu Dhabi. We've been covering the games here. In Dubai. Every time there's a miss hit, there's a chance for you to get a wicket as a bowler. If that's the case, and not all grounds can be 80 meters or whatever boundary, but whatever best you can do. You don't want people to cut corners even in that just to see boundaries and sixes.
You know what, the novelty factor of good shots and big shots, you lose that, right? If you're going to hit a 60-yard shot or a 60-meter shot goes outside the boundary, then you it just takes the charm away from good quality batting and good quality power hitting as well.
I also want to just remind people that Javed Mian, that 6 of Chetan Sharma is not actually that great an achievement because it came in Sharjah.
or conversely that Tendulkar's desert.
No, don't say that.
Okay, we have to end the program now. We all want to keep our jobs. One thing about Javed, you can't.
I don't agree with Ronaka.
Yeah. I also don't agree with me.